Hi kids! Welcome to our new series, John Deere Action. If you liked our All About John Deere videos, you're going to love John Deere Action. Why? Because right here, we're wall-to-wall John Deere. My name's Jeff. We have a great show for you. We're going to talk about the legendary John Deere 8020 tractor, the John Deere cotton picker. We'll see a 24-row planter and track tractors in action. We'll visit John Deere Heaven, and maybe even catch up with our old pal Otto. All this plus new songs by James Coffey and much more. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. As always, we open with a song.
I've traveled around the world and driven coast to coast, but riding on a big machine is what I like the most. Tractors plowing fields, dozers moving earth. There's nothing else like JD life in all the universe. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere action. I've driven fancy cars, but that's just not for me. I'd rather spend the morning with my good old friend JD, digging in the ground, hauling dirt and stone, working in the farming fields or big construction zones. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere action. I've driven steamer trains, I've flown hot air balloons, but digging in the dirt is how I spend my afternoons. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, there's nothing else like driving hard a working big machine. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere action. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere action.
The cotton picker is the most expensive and complicated agricultural machine John Deere makes. Here's how they work. Cotton grows in a boll. When cotton is ripe and ready for picking, the boll opens and we can see a white ball of cotton. The trick is to get the little ball of cotton out of the boll. That's where the John Deere cotton picker comes in. As the cotton picker moves through the field, the cotton plants are guided through the picker head. The cotton picker head comes in 2, 4, 6, or 8 row sizes. Each row has rotating spindles with barbs. Barbs are little sharp points that stick out from the turning spindle. These barbs grab the little ball of cotton and twist it out of its boll. Then a thing called a doffer takes the cotton ball from the spindle and places it in an air duct where it is blown into the storage basket. Then the cotton is dumped from the storage basket into a modular builder which compacts the loose cotton into firm bales. The John Deere cotton picker can harvest up to 190,000 pounds of seed cotton in just one day. The key to a good cotton picker is not to shred the fibers. The John Deere cotton picker doesn't shred the fibers. Next stop, the cotton gin, where the cotton fiber is separated from the seeds. The fiber is then bundled into bales and taken to textile mills, where it is spun into thread. The cotton thread is then woven into many different types of fabrics. Cotton fabrics are used to make clothing, towels, bed sheets, fishnets, coffee filters, tents, even astronaut spacesuits. Cotton is also used in binding books and United States currency. Check out a dollar bill. It's got some cotton in it too. Don't forget about the cotton seeds. They're pressed and used to make food products like cooking oil, margarine, and salad dressing. It's easy to see why cotton is the world's most important fiber plant. To grow cotton, you need plenty of sunshine, rain, warm weather, and fertile soil. The United States and China lead the world in cotton production. Texas, California, Georgia, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Arizona are the leading cotton-producing states. The next time you put on a shirt, check the label. If it says 100% cotton, you'll know where it came from. Stop, everybody. This is a Deere crossing. Hold it right there. Okay, John Deere, it's all clear. Listen up, main lines. Now it's okay to proceed.
Down the track, there's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track with John Deere on the back. There's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track with John Deere on the back. Yes, John Deere's riding on the back, yes, John Deere's riding on the back, yes, John Deere's riding on the back and he's coming down the track. There's a train coming down the track, there's the train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track with John Deere on the back. There's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track with John Deere on the back. There's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track, there's a train coming down the track with John Deere on the back.
Welcome to one of the biggest tractor shows in America, Historic Farm Days in Penfield, Illinois. The main feature of the show is the John Deere 80-20. They call this event the 80-20 Reunion, and 80-20 owners have come from Idaho, Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, even Ontario, Canada. Among John Deere collectors, the 80-20 is one of the most prized and sought-after tractors. It blazed the way for the four-wheel drive articulated John Deere tractors you see today. When you see an 80-20, the first word that comes to mind is big. The 80-20 appealed to a lot of farmers, but it was priced at $32,000, which was just too high for most farmers at that time. Only 100 units were produced, and, amazingly, 70 are still around in the loving hands of enthusiasts like Bill Donner of Three Oaks, Michigan. If you've been paying attention, you already know Bill Donner because we said hello to Bill in All About John Deere Part 1. We talked about his 80-20, his plans for restoring it, and his collection of John Deere tractors.
Bill's restoration is almost complete, but there's still lots to do. And Penfield is about a 4-hour drive. Aaron Kaminsky is doing the job, but time is short. In order to make the show on time, Aaron and his crew will have to work very fast.
Good work, boys. The 80-20 is back together and looking gorgeous. But will it start? Yep, we're ready to go. Sure looks pretty. The plan is for Bill to drive the 80-20 home, load it on a flatbed, then head for Penfield before dawn tomorrow. But it looks like Bill is having so much fun, he might just keep driving all the way to Penfield right now. The 80-20 features articulated power steering, air brakes, a big 238 horsepower Detroit engine, and 4-wheel drive. Articulated tractors or graders are built in 2 sections. The 2 sections are connected at a pivot point. This allows for greater flexibility. Articulated machines can turn in a tighter space than non-articulated machines. Because the 80-20s were so big and powerful, some were painted yellow and used for construction work. Yes, sir, quite a tractor, and Bill sure is having fun driving this gentle beast home. Even after 50 years, this 80-20 just purrs along. It sounds as good as it looks. The 80-20 didn't look like any other tractor John Deere ever made. It was their first tractor into the large wheel tractor market, and it took a lot of getting used to. But John Deere was looking into the future. Farms were getting bigger, and more powerful tractors were needed. And the 80-20 sure was powerful. It could lift an 8-bottom plow that weighed 2.5 tons, pull a 31-foot wide disc harrow, or a 46-foot wide field cultivator. And the seat is so cushy. Driving an 80-20 is like sitting in your living room watching television. Well, almost.
Will you be home for dinner? Call me. Will you be home for dinner? Call.
Now back to Penfield in the 80-20 reunion. The 80-20s are gathering in their special area and getting ready for the big parade. This is Jim Gillen. He brought his 80-20 all the way from Ontario, Canada. Jim had a little trouble getting through customs because the custom agents had never seen a John Deere tractor that looked like this. Jim also brought this rare plow John Deere designed to go with the 80-20. It is a fully mounted 8-bottom mold board plow that weighs 2.5 tons. This is the 3-point hitch John Deere designed to lift the plow. We know the 80-20 is rare because only 100 were made. Guess how many of these 8-bottom plows were made? 25, 50, 75. How about 11? That's right, John Deere made only 11 of these special 8-bottom plows. Thanks, Jim, for bringing this rare plow so we could all see it in action. That's what makes tractor shows so much fun. You always see something you've never seen before. All in all, 12 80-20s came to the reunion, 11 on Friday and 1 on Saturday. That's the most 80-20s ever assembled in one place. 12 80-20s and 1 8-bottom plow, a world's record.
Somebody call Guinness.
Congratulations to Daryl Fisher, the I&I Antique Tractor Club, and the Historic Farm Days at Penfield, Illinois. And special thanks to Bill Donner and all the other 80-20 owners who made the effort to bring their 80-20s to Penfield. Great job, boys. Thanks for a fine show.
Back in the days of rock and roll came a big machine with plenty of pull. 20,000 pounds of power and steel, big diesel engine driving those wheels. Special breed, 100 strong, the tractor of the future thanks to Big John. Acre by acre and ton by ton, the hardest working tractor under the sun. If you want more power behind the wheel, I got the right tractor, it's the real deal. I'll put my money on a John Deere 80-20. I'll put my money on a John Deere 80-20. I'll put my money on a John Deere 80-20. There was no stopping that 4x4, a powerful tractor for any chore. Plowing a field or all inside, a mighty big machine for a mighty big job. Mile by mile, making history. Why we remember is no mystery. When it was needed, it answered the call. The tractor of tractors that started it all. If you want more power behind the wheel, I got the right tractor, it's the real deal. I'll put my money on a John Deere 80-20. I'll put my money on a John Deere 80-20. I'll put my money on a John Deere 80-20.
Otto, you've harvested the wrong cornfield. Now put that field back the way you found it and make it snappy.
Oh no!
These are rugged little machines that do a lot of work in small spaces. Skid steers are versatile and they work fast. They can be found working at a construction site, on the highway, or just about anywhere. Skid steers can move quickly and make tight turns. They move dirt and push rocks, sand, and gravel around. Many attachments are available which allow the skid steer to do a variety of jobs quickly. Skid steers turn like dozers. The operator stops or slows the wheels on one side while the wheels on the other side keep going. The wheels that are stopped skid along as the turn is made. That's where the name skid steer comes from. The most powerful skid steer is powered by a 91 horsepower engine and can lift up to 3,500 pounds.
Calling the skid steer team from the highway department. Go over to Highway 12. High winds blew a tree down. The tree has been cut into pieces, but the pieces are on top of a hill, and they might roll. Go over there and split those logs so they don't roll down on the highway. Good job, boys. Now head over to Warren Woods and clear a path for the bird watchers.
The other day, I saw the strangest sight. There were tractors of every shape and size, gears and wheels, all stretched and twisted round. The most amazing thing that I have ever found. Because I'm tractor crazy, I'm seeing tractors upside down. I'm tractor crazy, I'm seeing tractors twisted round. I'm tractor crazy, I'm seeing tractors here and there. I'm tractor crazy, there's crazy tractors everywhere. Now for some, it may be frightening, but to me, oh, it was inspiring. They zigged and zagged in every kind of way. The reason why is truly hard to say. Because I'm tractor crazy, I'm seeing tractors upside down. I'm tractor crazy, I'm seeing tractors twisted round. I'm tractor crazy, I'm seeing tractors here and there. I'm tractor crazy, there's crazy tractors everywhere.
You see motor graders on almost every construction site. Graders are used anywhere a flat surface is needed, like roads, airport runways, and parking lots. And when it snows a lot, like in the mountains, graders are also used for plowing snow. John Deere got into the grader business late, but when they did get in, they made a big splash. In 1967, John Deere introduced their Model 570 motor grader. It was the first motor grader to offer both front-wheel steering and an articulated frame.
A grader with an articulated frame swivels in the middle and allows the operator to make very tight turns in confined areas. Tight turns that a non-articulated grader could not make. So John Deere's first grader was a big hit. Other grader manufacturers soon realized the advantages of an articulated frame and eventually came out with their own articulated models. But John Deere was first. Then in 1979, John Deere introduced another first, a six-wheel drive motor grader. Previously, only the four rear wheels were powered. John Deere was the first to power both the four rear wheels and the two front wheels. This was another major advance in the grader business. Six-wheel or all-wheel drive graders have more traction and are easier to turn. Usually, the grader operator is the most experienced person. Today, Chuck is our man. He just senses when the grade is right and the road is level. Chuck drives along, raising the blade a little here, lowering it a little there, and when he's done, the road is graded perfectly. The three main parts of the motor grader are the frame, blade, and cab. The cab is a comfy place to work. It has big windows so Chuck can see all around. It's air conditioned and has a radio and a nice, cushy chair. The biggest John Deere grader has a 16-foot wide blade, can go almost 30 miles per hour, is powered by a 205 horsepower engine, weighs over 36,000 pounds, and holds over 100 gallons of diesel fuel. So when you see an articulated motor grader, you can tell everyone John Deere was the first. When our country began, most people were farmers. Over the years, farming and how farmers grew things changed drastically. Today, farmers use science and high-tech machines to get more from the soil than their granddads ever dreamed of. For example, in the 1950s, a farmer was lucky to get a yield of 50 bushels per acre. Today, with all the new equipment, 200, even 250 bushels an acre is possible. We're in Edgerton, Wisconsin at Jim Weilman's Crazy Acres Farm. It's May, time for Jim to get his soil ready for planting. Jim is driving a John Deere 8760 8-wheel tractor to pull a John Deere 2700 mulch ripper. Today's farmer has to be a weatherman, scientist, money manager, marketing expert, computer whiz, and product researcher. Being a good fortune teller comes in handy too. Farmers are always looking for new ways to increase their yields. Let's jump over to Totsky Farms in Michigan. Bob DeVries is cutting down corn stalks with his 8110 John Deere tractor and John Deere flail chopper. This is the first time Bob has used a flail chopper to cut down the leftover corn stalks. The hope is that by cutting down the stalks, it will make it easier for the mulch tiller to smooth out the field and get it ready for planting. The smoother the field, the better the yield. At least that's what the boys at Totsky are hoping. To find out, they'll compare this year's yield with last year's to see if cutting down the stalks made any difference. After Bob makes a few rounds with the flail chopper, a 9300 articulated John Deere follows pulling a 714 mulch tiller. A set of disc blades are in front of the chisel plows. The disc blades break up the ground and make it easier for the chisel plows to do their job. Now we're back in Indiana with our old pal Jeremy Zolvinsky.
The April rains have stopped and the field is dry enough to get it ready for planting. Jeremy's 9300 is working with the John Deere 726 mulch finisher. The mulch finisher turns the rough field, beaten up by the winter, into a nice, smooth feed bed just waiting for those seeds. When you plant, here's what's important. The seeds have to be spaced accurately, you have to control how deep the seeds are planted, and you have to be sure the seeds are covered by just the right amount of dirt to assure the best germination. We'll talk more about planters in John Deere Action Part 2. After the planting is done, the worrying begins. Will there be enough rain? Will there be enough sun? Will it be too cold or too hot? The farmer also worries about weeds. He can't do much about the rain, sun, or the temperature, but he can do something about the weeds. Farmers don't like weeds because weeds take soil nutrients and fertilizer away from the plants. This means less yield. To get rid of weeds, farmers use a row crop cultivator. The thing about a row crop cultivator is you have to pay attention where you're going, because if you don't, you'll rip out the plants rather than the weeds. So you have to go slow and keep the front wheels of the tractor in the center of the row. The idea is for the blades of the cultivator to rip up the weeds between the crop rows without ripping up the crops, or even covering the crops with dirt. As I said, you have to pay attention to where you're going. Now we're in Montana, and this wheat field has just been harvested. We sure get around, don't we? Chuck is using a field cultivator with a tine harrow in the rear. The wheat stubble left over from the harvest will help grow the new crop. Here's the difference between a row crop cultivator and a field cultivator. A row crop cultivator is used between planting and harvest to rip the weeds out. A field cultivator is used after the harvest or before planting. The field cultivator breaks up the field and prepares the seed bed. Farming is important. Why? Because farmers provide us with most of the food we eat. We should all be thankful and appreciate how hard farmers work. So when you see a farmer out in the field, give him a big smile, wave, and say thanks.
Sunrise in the morning, it's time to get that fertile field sown. Jump on that noble steed of steel and chrome. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, I say John Deere, plant that fertile ground. Sit tall in the saddle, looking out upon that sacred ground. Ride swift like the wind blows, ride until that evening sun goes down. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, I say John Deere, plant that fertile ground. clouds will rise to touch the sky. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, John Deere, go, plant that fertile ground. I say go, I say John Deere, plant that fertile ground.
Well, time to go. Have to do my chores. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time in John Deere Action Part 2.
I've traveled around the world and driven coast to coast, but riding on a big machine is what I like the most. Tractors plowing fields, dozers moving earth. There's nothing else like JD life in all the universe. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere Action. I've driven fancy cars, but that's just not for me. I'd rather spend the morning with my good old friend JD. Digging in the ground, hauling dirt and stone, working in the farming fields or big construction zones. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere Action. I've driven steamer trains, I've flown hot air balloons, but digging in the dirt is how I spend my afternoons. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, there's nothing else like driving hard a working big machine. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere Action. When I want some satisfaction, all I need is John Deere Action. Left the others far behind. Only 2 cylinders make her go. When you hear that sound, everyone will know. Listen, chum, John Popper. Now here it comes, John Popper. When you hear that sound coming through your town, the answer is clear. It's a big John Deere. First ever engine of its kind, left the others far behind. Only 2 cylinders make her go. When you hear that sound, everyone will know. Listen, chum, John Popper. Now here it comes, John Popper. When you hear that sound coming through your town, the answer is clear. It's a big John Deere. You see that old familiar name? How it came to be, I can't explain. But I think you would agree, it's a beautiful place to be. And everyone you meet is named JD. Where people plow the fields until the ground. You won't find a more honest, friendly town. And everyone owns a plow and a green and yellow cow. And no one seems to care why or how. In John Deere heaven, John Deere heaven. Through my daddy's eyes and a child's dream, I travel along by a gentle stream, through the hills and the valleys low, to a time and place so long ago. Headed down that railway line on a steamer train from another time. I feel the wind across my face like a memory I can't erase. By the mountains and the rolling plains, it's all about trains. Come aboard, let's take a ride to cityscapes and the countryside. Travel far under starry nights and the gentle glow of the signal lights. Sing a song and tell a tale of the glory days on the mighty rail. The engine shouts and the whistle screams as we glide along on clouds of steam. By the farms and fields of golden grains, it's all about trains. It's all about trains.
I wanna fly way up high. I wanna
from TM, all about airplanes and flying machines. The first and the only video for kids licensed by Boeing. 45 minutes of air adventures the entire family will enjoy. Join our narrator, Garrett, as he takes his first flying lesson. Enjoy the beauty of soaring over the Pacific Ocean with Buddy, the hang gliding dog. Thrill to the world's fastest motorsport, the Reno Air Races. This film also features heart-pounding formation flying with the legendary Blue Angels, plus blimps, paragliders, hot air balloons, helicopters, Boeing commercial jets, and a lot more. All about airplanes and flying machines, the best aviation film ever. Don't miss it.
I Love Toy Trains, one of the most popular children's series in the country. See toy trains, real trains, funny toy train bloopers, and the music of award-winning singer-songwriter James Coffey. 12 shows on 4 90-minute DVDs, plus the final show, a 45-minute special, and oh no, wall-to-wall laughs and fun. 14 shows, all on 6 DVDs. Awards include the prestigious Parents' Choice,
Now available from TM Books and Video, I Love Big Machines. An irresistible mix of big machine action, James Coffey's upbeat music, and fun. Kids learn, laugh, and want more. See giant bulldozers, excavators, cranes, and graders. TM weaves their magic once again to create a delightful show that may be enjoyed by kids and grown-ups. Prepare to be amazed. To order, call 1-800-892-2822 or visit us on the web at tmbv.com.
Saddle up your horses, roundup time is near.
Don't miss All About Cowboys Part 1, 45 minutes of exciting cowboy action. See amazing trick riders, heart-pounding rodeo action, a world-class trick roper, original music by Bethany Zill, plus lots more.
My Phyllis dear, to yon blue mountain free, where blossoms smell the sweetest, come roll along with me. It's every Sunday morning when I am by your side. Let's jump into the wagon and we'll all take a ride. Wait for the wagon, wait for the wagon, wait for the wagon and we'll all take a ride.
Don't miss it. Now available from TM, I Love Big Trains DVD, wall-to-wall real train action. 3 shows all in one action-packed DVD. See steamers, electrics, diesels, and interurbans. All aboard for a high-ballin' ride on the rails. All this plus the toe-tapping music of James Coffey. Prepare to be amazed.
Visit our I Love Toy Trains outlet store. We have a fine selection of Lionel trains and accessories, both new and refurbished Lionel from the 50s. MTH trains, track and accessories. One of the largest selection of Thomas in Southwest Michigan, plus die-cast cars, toys, books, and lots of videos. See 4 trains operating on our 2-level O-gauge layout, even trains running on the ceiling. We have toys you don't see much anymore. All the popular I Love Toy Trains and Thomas videos. Our store is located in the charming resort town of New Buffalo, Michigan. Stop by. You'll enjoy the visit. We're open Thursday through Sunday, 11 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. Other weekdays, call 1-800-892-2822.